factor here, but how did this one get away after that first quarter? What changed?
Well, even in that first quarter, we didn't guard anybody. You know, our offense was able to score the ball, but there was little defense. A huge point of emphasis going into this series was transition, getting back, makes, misses, turnovers, dead balls. And they scored 25 transition points tonight, and 15 turnovers for 20 points fueled their break. And then that second quarter, to your point, I'll have to go back and watch the film, but I know that they only shot 42% in that quarter, but they went to the foul line 24 times in one quarter. 24 times in a quarter, which is an extremely high number, on pace for almost 100. And we were called for 16 personal fouls in that quarter. And then on top of that, 7 turnovers, again, fueling their break. So I'll have to go back and watch the film to see what we can do better. How do we defend without fouling? Because, well, we're not going to beat that team by putting them on the foul line 37 times. So that's definitely part of it.
Next, we'll go to Mike Singer. Mike, go ahead.
And Michael, obviously, you mentioned college football. How can you, or what can you do to protect Nicola a little bit more and not have him pick up those tick-tack fouls?
I don't know if there's anything I can do. I mean, I can't go out there and play for him. We just have to be a little bit smarter. We got to show our hands. And again, I'm looking forward to watching the film to see where all these fouls were called. And obviously in the second half, things got evened out, but it was an extreme advantage for the Lakers in that first half. So watch the film, see the fouls that are being called, why they're being called, should they have been called, and then try to learn from it and get better for game number 2.
Next, we'll go to Malika Andrews, who is there. Malika, go ahead.
I feel I'm embarrassed to say this. I really don't have any. That's the first I'm hearing of this. Maybe because I'm so locked into this series, so I really don't have anything to comment on that right now. I apologize.
Next, we'll go to Mark Kisla. Mark, go ahead.
Fouls are always tricky to talk about. How do you fight for respect on the whistle? And second, maybe more basketball, straight basketball. You got to keep them out of the paint if you're going to win this series. How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it for 3 days now. The keys to beating this team are getting back in transition, protecting the paint, and giving them one shot. Obviously, we did a poor job of that tonight in all areas. So how do you protect the paint? You don't turn the ball over, which is one way of slowing them down in transition. And then we need a much greater sense of urgency to get back. We were giving up layups after we scored baskets ourselves. So that indicates to me that our sense of urgency to get back was not anywhere remotely close to where it needed to be tonight. And then Anthony Davis obviously had 37 points. We have to do something different with him. It was too easy for him tonight. He did not feel us. And I think over 48 minutes, we just can't play him the same, give him the same look. So that's definitely something that we can look at the film and figure out how we can be better. But for me, kids, it's really simple. It starts with just the urgency to get back. Set your defense. And when you're set, make sure we're showing a crowd to LeBron, we're showing a crowd to Anthony Davis, and not being hugged up. This was not a great game for us. Yes, we scored in that first quarter. But one thing I do know about our group, we've proven it time and time again, we can learn from our losses and figure out what we need to do better going into the next game and give ourselves a much better chance to win.
All right, we have time for one more here. We'll end with Dan Wojcicki, who is there. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, he came in and played well. Obviously, they started JaVale, and they came in with Morris first. They were playing small, and then when they inserted Dwight into the game, I thought his size, his physicality, his athleticism, he made a huge contribution to their game. Gave them great energy on both ends of the floor. I mean, you look for the game: 16 minutes, 13 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals. So he came in, did a good job on Nicola. He's guarded Nicola well in the past. and give him credit. He was ready to go tonight, and he helped impact the game for them.
All right, Coach, that'll do it.